Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard the phrase, failure is not an option? If so, what does that make you think about the idea or the possibility of failure? I don't know about you, but for me, that term makes me feel like if I fail, then my failure is final, or my failure is then my identity. So why is saying failure not being an option bad? Well, I think it creates a habit of putting performance and perfection over dependence on God, and therefore creates in us a fear to do anything other than what we already know. So I want to rephrase that thinking or rephrase that thought and say this: failure is always an option. Really? Yes. As a matter of fact, I'll go even further in that, and I will say this: I encourage you to fail. And I'll go even further than that, and I'll say you will fail. Well, that's encouraging, Christian. We're starting a campus club and trying to make a difference, and you're telling me I'm going to fail. Yes, you are going to fail, but here's why it is good. A couple things that you will learn through failure is this. Number one, when I fail, it teaches you to depend on Jesus because you know you cannot do it without him. Another thing failure teaches us is this: I need help. So when I fail, I ask for help. Sometimes we think we got it all figured out, we can do it all on our own, and then we fall flat on our face. And then we realize, I can't do this. I need help. So let me ask you a question. Am I saying just be dumb and make bad decisions and that's how you fail? No, that's not at all what I'm saying. I want you to think about failure like this. I encourage anybody within Youth Alive or anyone who is doing a campus club, I say this: fail aggressively. Failing aggressively means I failed trying something and it didn't work. Failing passively, it means I was too scared and I didn't do anything. God was calling me, but I was scared and I didn't do anything. So I failed by missing an opportunity. So I'm going to tell you a story to illustrate this. We had a student who told me, hey, I want to start a club in my school. And I said, that's amazing. Let's make it happen. So what did she do? She went forward and tried to start the club on campus. But then her principal said a big flat out no. And so then she was kind of like concerned, like, man, I don't know what to do. I did all the paperwork. I did everything you said. And now I hit a wall and I'm a failure. So you know what I said to her? And I said, do it anyway. So she tried it anyway, and she found a loophole that she can meet on campus until 4 o'clock, and then the school will start charging. So she said, all right, I'm going to meet in the hallway after school until 4 o'clock, and then we'll leave. And as she started doing that, a teacher heard about it. The teacher said to her, listen, why don't you use my classroom rather than just meet in the hallway? Would that work for you? And she said, absolutely. And so let me ask you a question. Did she fail? Maybe that first part of it, she might have thought she failed or might have looked like she failed, but she at least tried. The no did not keep her to fail passively. So if you are starting a campus club, I encourage you to chase the possibility of failure. Take a risk. I'm just saying, the people who get to see God do what no one else gets to see God do are the people who are willing to do what nobody else is willing to do. So in order to reach the God-sized dream on your life, you're going to have to take some risks. You're going to have to take some chances of possibly failing. But when you fail, you get right back up and try again. If God's grace covers your failure when it comes to sin, then why wouldn't his grace cover your failure when it comes to what you do for him? So let me say it like this. God calls you first to himself, and then everything you do for him comes second. I used to tell my students this as a youth pastor. If you love God and you love people, you cannot lose. So I challenge you to chase the God-sized dream and fail aggressively. So let me ask you this last question, and we'll close here. What are some things keeping you, some fears keeping you, some obstacles keeping you from chasing your God-sized dream? And does this talk change the way you think about failure?
Hey guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Youth pastors and students, I hope you can use this as a resource to reach your school. If you want more information, go to ArizonaYouthAlive.com, and for regular updates, follow us on Instagram at AZYouthAlive. Thank you for being a part of reaching every student and every school for Jesus.